We're at 1850, and we're just sticking to the classical openings here. I'm playing the King's Indian against d4, an opening I think you can play in most levels pretty much. And it's actually one of the easier systems in my opinion, because your setup is like, of course, the same, basically no matter what white is doing. Unless white starts with e4, then knight f6, get hit with e5. Okay, so here white is playing really, really weird. Like, he's just pushing pawns, and I mean, this isn't gonna work. I'm actually kind of surprised, because at this level you kind of stop seeing this stuff, because this is just like strategically very dubious, spending all the time in the opening with pawn moves. Okay, let's play c takes, and then we're gonna push for a quick e5 here. And we're just playing for the development, because white has wasted a lot of time. Alright, d5. See, queen a5 check, knight c3. Nothing special. I think we just go knight e7 here. And then we'll try to put pressure on this d5 pawn. Can think about e4 as well. e4 is a move that's definitely risky because it advances, it's nice, but it also means the pawn will be weak. After knight g5, maybe h6 there is possible. Yeah, I definitely want to use our lead in development somehow. So e4, knight g5, then there's h6 there, bishop f5 maybe. Hard to say. e4, knight g5, bishop f5, g4. You know, kind of bothers me. Not sure about what's going on there. Although whenever white takes on e4, we'll be able to take on d5. Which is kind of nice. Okay, yeah, let's go for it. We spent enough time here. I think it's pretty playable. Especially when white plays g4, they kind of weaken themselves. But that's with this line. This is kind of the critical move here. Everything else, I think we're more or less happy. Mm-hmm. So this one just to shut down the g4 square, kill this knight. Now a6. We can play b5. You can go after this d5 pawn. Would be really great to bring the knight here. Maybe we should play g5 even. It's possible, a little risky. Bishop b7, then we need one more attacker here. Although we can do that as well. Bishop b7, rook c8. But I think we just want to develop normally. We have like a very King's Indian attack style position. So queen d7 makes sense. Oh, maybe knight d7, knight e5. Maybe that's the plan. Yeah, I think that's the plan we should go for here. Just the knight maneuver. Get to that d3 square. Especially once this guy's covered. But knight d7, we just have to watch out for g4 actually, because that does win a full piece. So unfortunately for us, doesn't seem that promising. Okay, so plan B, g5, because then we get this idea. And we can also just think about pushing like h4, queen d7, g4, just opening the g file slowly. Like when you have this kind of structure where basically center is closed up, this is a very playable plan. Yeah, let's go knight g6 here. And we can just start setting up for some kind of Yeah, it's just a classic King's Indian attack. Queen d7, knight h4, bishop takes h3, takes, queen takes h3. That's what we want. And white is going to have a hard time defending the g2 square. Hey Nagel, I'm not sure about the opening of the week. I think we got a little busy this week because of the Mega Rapid Championship, but I think we might bring it back for this coming weekend. Hopefully. I think it's a pretty fun idea. I think people like it. Okay, I just played h4. I could have also went for knight h4, but yeah, just kind of made this move randomly. Alright, f3. That's a good move. Let's take this one, and then we'll try to play g4 and open more lines. No, I mean like a week from today. Like this coming Saturday. Hey, Ebola, I know that's everyone's favorite show. I think we'll keep doing it. I think as long as there's pain, there's gonna be blitz the pain away. Appreciate it. Okay, e4. Shoot, we didn't see this one. Now we gotta get serious. We can take here. We also have queen a7 check. Wow, that's an unpleasant move. King h1, knight f2, takes, ef5, h3 at the end. Looks pretty good. So if we take first, queen takes, bishop takes, e4. Playable. But yeah, let's go for this one. I think this is stronger. We can also just like pull the bishop back actually, if we don't feel confident in this knight f2 stuff. Although it does seem like it's working. It's just knight f2, rook takes, queen takes. Although here white might have a tempo move or something, but if ef5, then the idea is just to go h3 in that position, threatening mate, and also undermining the f3 knight. So it's hard to find a good move there for white. At least I'm just not seeing one. Then like knight h4 is coming, bishop e5 is probably just mating. So knight f2 takes, maybe some like rook d2 or something, but then just queen f1 check. Yeah, and we've got to be fine. So yeah, let's go for it. And so the thing about this one is that like it's not enough to harass the queen because I'm actually threatening h takes g2 as well as queen takes g2. King h2, g1 equals queen double check, and mate. So that's going to be a GG. Actually, we can even mate with the knight here. Everyone loves a good knight mate, especially when you have two queens on the board. Oh, okay, it doesn't want it. That's fine. Alright, GG, GG. What's my philosophy on how to improve? Carla K, I am taking challenges, but I'm trying to keep it to players within the rating range. I saw your challenge. You're a little bit too high for me. But yeah, I'd be happy to play it once I get my rating up a little bit. Just to keep it, I just want to keep it true to the grind as much as I can, because we started the speedrun at like 800, and it's been a long road. Okay, bishop g5, we're just gonna castle. What's my philosophy on how to improve? Well, just that it's hard work, Nagel, and that it's not as easy as just doing a little bit of Puzzle Rush and like playing some blitz games. Like you really have to like dig in and invest some real time and energy. Like it has to be difficult if you want to see like actual results. And I think David and Jesse, they both have like a similar intuition on the whole thing. Okay, queen d2. So this is kind of known as the Auerbach system with bishop e2. There's different ways black can play it. Personally, I like playing knight a6 and keeping the setup in the center very, very flexible. Okay, a3, we'll play c6 here. And we might play e5 at some point, and then when white goes d5, we'll be ready to take and maybe get some counterplay on the c file. Oh, that's interesting, JB. What do you mean shot you down? You mean like you gave a timeline that was like unrealistic? Yeah, because my feeling is like chess improvement is not, yeah, it's not guaranteed. In fact, I feel like you have to work for quite some time and then wait beyond that for a little bit before you actually see. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions out there, is that players kind of expect like an immediate return on their studying. Like they study for a week or like 2 days, and then they play some blitz games and the rating doesn't go up, and they're like, oh, what's going on? Why aren't I improving? It's like, no, it takes like, I mean, in my experience, it always has taken just like 4 to 6 weeks of like dedicated effort. Like every day I'm like studying a lot, like 2-3 hours, or like I'm working on my calculation like an hour, like doing a bunch of stuff. And then after that 6 weeks is over, it's like another 1 or 2 months. And then at some point it's like, oh, I'm better now. I'm a better player than I was before. It's like kind of, it's not like a linear improvement, right? It's just like you just grind and grind and grind, and then one day it kind of starts clicking in. Right, and then at lower ratings, yeah, like you can get some very quick gains, right? Just like by learning a new opening, right? Learning like a tricky line, you can start scoring like tons of points with that. But then at some point it'll slow down. You won't get the same traps anymore, right? And then it's like, it's like, oh, why aren't I improving? Well, it's like there's just so much more to the game. So yeah, and I would say at every level it just gets harder and harder and harder. So that's something I definitely experienced. Like I would go up to a certain level and then not realize that now it's going to take even more effort to get to the next level, not less. It's like you think you're closer, right? You think when you go from 2000 to 2100, you're now closer to 2200, and you are in a sense, but then you have to put in more effort to continue gaining. Otherwise, you just stagnate. Okay, so h4, very aggressive. Wants to play h5, which, okay, very reasonable idea. And my feeling is that black needs to just kind of strike back in the center. So maybe we go like e takes d4 and queen e7. This is possible. Then looking for d5 ideas. We can also start with queen e7 and then kind of set it up. That looks interesting too. Yeah, let's play queen e7 first, because if we take and then we go queen e7, that was probably also fine. Like take, knight c5 ideas are very annoying here for white. I don't think this is quite how white should be playing this position, but we'll see. It's going to be pretty sharp. Yeah, absolutely, JB. I mean, that's just always been my experience. Like, just I would work on things that I enjoyed about the game, like books, like reading stuff that I'm interested in, or learning about players that I like, or, you know, working on like a book that's like really challenging. And then if you enjoy it, then yeah, of course the improvement will come. Like you need that kind of like inner motivation and curiosity, which you can't really cultivate. It's just like you got to just find the player that you want to study, or find some book that you like how it's written. Okay, so here I like this move because it's a nice double attack. So I'm just going to play that. We don't even need to take on d5. No reason to do this right away. Since I started playing the grub, I'm starting to be beast. Hey man, whatever works, you know, whatever works. Can I specialize in one opening and reach 2000 plus? Yeah, some people specialize in like 1 or 2 openings all the way until like IMGM. Like, it's not a big deal. Bishop d3. Well, I think we're going to go for the exchange here. No reason not to take this one. And then we'll just try to slowly convert. But yeah, a lot of coaches will say that it's good to play different openings and get experience in different structures. I would definitely put myself in that camp. Because, you know, one day you're not going to want to play the dragon or whatever, you know, forever. And you're going to have to learn a different opening anyway. And you might as well start building up that experience early on. Well, all right, let's just take here. No big plans. We're just going to try to get our stuff out. Maybe go b5 at some point. Actually, Agard said on Facebook, I think, like today, he just said it really, really well. Like, the best openings are the ones that work for you, right? The ones that suit your style. All right, let's play knight h5. Now that f3 is played, it's like we have this weakness we can target. So knight e2, just go rook c8. g4, all right. Definitely pop in there. And if b4, opening up this beautiful diagonal, will immediately challenge it. So we're good. All right, h5. I think we can just safely ignore this one, just proper queen up. What's up, man? We can also play g5 or even h6. Yeah, let's go h6. Let's not give white this option anymore. And then if takes, maybe one day we can even use this h-pawn as a pass pawn. Alright, queen d2 clearly wants knight e2. Could just play g5. Hey, Chicken Blender. Thanks for following. Thanks for following. Hibruv, Lolo. Hi, bruv. Lolo. Snake0921. Alright, let's play g5. We'll just defend that one. Karpov liked doing this. He would just like defend things before they're even attacked. 8172. Alright, road to 8200. Nice. Hey, Steve. Good to see you. Okay, castles. Can give check and go b5. Yeah, let's give check. play b5. I feel like we got to start opening some lines on the queen side. Ah, the classic, the classic question. 11-11. 11-11. Yeah, I think the I think the sites are just different. The rating pools are not the same. So a lot of people have slightly higher rating on Lichess than on chess.com. Very normal. The main thing I would suggest to you guys in terms of the rating is to try to think about it little, if you can, as little as possible. So however much you're thinking about it now, try to think about it less. And that goes for everyone, including me. I mean, I think about rating quite often, and I don't think it's helpful. GG. Maybe we'll do style and speedrun. Alright, d4, we're playing the King's Indian. G6, then this one, then maybe this one. Well, we can go bishop b7. That would be normal. We can also play e5. e5, bishop f3. Take. I don't know. It's probably compensation for black, but not super necessary. Take, bishop a6. Yeah, it doesn't really seem necessary. Let's just play bishop b7. Just keep it solid. Bishop f3. Alright, we'll trade that one. So the idea behind this opening is to kind of set up with the bishop on g7, but then eventually fight for the center. So we are fighting for the center, just not immediately in the first 5 moves, but more like around move 10. Maybe right now. Now that we're all kind of like set up and our pieces are supporting this one. Alright, we're going to take there. Pawn takes. And the bishop is going to move, and then maybe h6, maybe knight c5. Knight c5 is kind of a tricky move there because it stops white from castling. So the knight is hanging, and it hits knight d3 check. So this is kind of that's kind of unpleasant. If white castles queenside, knight d3 anyway. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, maybe we'll start predictions for the next game. Okay, that's going to be the piece. Bishop takes e5. Alright, we got the piece up. I think we just want to try to keep it solid. Knight d7 can take another pawn. Kind of annoying, but then we just take here, so I think we can afford to give up that pawn just to kind of pause white's initiative. Yeah. Knight was hanging here as well, so we had to defend this guy. Alright, but now we can take this guy. And then we'll keep eating. I don't know, Levy. I was just getting 8 points per win. So what's 8 points times 117? Kind of makes sense, right? Yeah, started at 800. Now I'm somewhere here. Yeah, I got even more than 8 for a few games. 934. Thank you. So yeah, I think I got a few more points in some games. Man, everyone commenting on Pock Jams. Okay, Rook C1. Yeah. Man, this one Nepo tweet has turned the chess world upside down. Maybe we'll talk about it after the game. Save. We'll do the instructive commentary for YouTube, and then we'll save the PogChamps talk for later. All right, H4. We can take and just start trading stuff off. Let's see. Hopefully, no tactics. Yeah, can we get Ludwig on Dojo Talks? That'd be great. Okay, Rook B1, good move. Not trading pieces. This is what you want to do when you're down a piece, is avoid trades. It's very important. What you want to do as the stronger side is force trades, obnoxiously. You want to be real obnoxious about it. Just challenge their pieces. It's okay, maybe we can give up another pawn here, but we just need one B pawn. One little B pawn on the queen side and we'll win it. Okay, queen G3, but this feels very loose. Like knight H5. This bishop is hanging. Let's start with knight H5. Kind of forces queen H2, I guess. And then maybe we even have a double attack. Rook C6. Rook C6, Rook D1 though will happen. So not so easy. Maybe Rook D3. Oh, there it is. That's the beauty. Rook D3, huh? With the backwards double attack and discovered attack. This is kind of a cool shot. And then if Rook takes A7, we take on D6. We defend the knight on D7. That looks good. Let's do it. Yeah, exactly, Zara. Yeah, exactly. Bishop G3. Okay, well, Rook is hanging on A1, so we'll grab that. And if Rook takes, we actually have a beautiful Beautiful back rank mate. Tragic, really, with the queen on h2, covering the king. Okay, knight f3. Now we just go rook d1 anyway. We brute force the end here. Not sure when white could have done rook d1. Maybe earlier was possible. Alright, GG. That's going to be a GG. Okay, let's do a prediction real quick. I guess we'll do the miniature prediction. 30 moves, guys. 30 moves or less. Yes, no. 1 minute. So yeah, a lot of animosity out there, and people just treat like every little thing as if it's like the biggest deal ever. It's like there's like a daily controversy now, and then everyone has to like write their little piece about it. Alright, b4. Wow, white is expanding a lot. Against this kind of setup, I find this move to be quite disruptive, because the bishop is just dying to open up on this diagonal, and white is going to have a hard time. Okay, a3, totally reasonable. Let's take this one, and then we're going to continue ripping it open. Yeah, it's just like a celebrity chess thing. What's the big deal? It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. Everyone is just like over dramatizing things. Including Nepo, by the way. Because he's like, this is terrifying. Like, relax, dude. It's one event. It's one PogChamps. Yeah, no, I'm sure hundreds, if not thousands of people are now playing chess because of it. I mean, Queen's Gambit was huge. Queen's Gambit was just like amazing. But PogChamps, I think, also good. Okay, knight c6. Let's just develop actively. Alright, so now white is getting ready to castle. I'm feeling this move, e3, just to weaken some stuff. But what's the follow-up? Knight g4, take, queen h4 check, or knight g4, take, bishop takes b2, maybe. Go for the dark squares. I like this idea. Take, take, knight g4, bishop takes g7. We have knight takes e3 in between move. Yeah, that's nice. Let's push. Guys, maybe I should just come out against Queen's Gambit. That'll be the next controversy. Queen's Gambit was not good for the game. Queen's Gambit was a popcorn chess. Popcorn chess is the new pee-pee in the Pampers. Alright, so this is what we call an in-between move. In between taking the bishop or hitting the queen, maybe even hitting this one. And queen, fortunately, cannot defend. Okay, queen b3. Fair enough, actually, hitting the knight. Shoot, I kind of didn't really account for this one. We can take, but I think we're going to take on g2 first. Because white is still currently up a piece, but this is a nice check. Now d2 is hanging as well. So queen h4 check. Just takes on g2. Bishop h3 is hanging. Actually, queen is covering. Alright, let's take this one. No more messing around. Yeah, that's true. Queen c3 check. Wow, very accurate. Oh man, my bad, guys. My bad. Covering the knight, and queen f6 takes on g2. Okay, looks like we're gonna be plan Bing this game. All right, how do we want to play this one? Let's give queen g5 check. That's annoying because queen g3 drops the knight. So white has no response, has to move. Okay, now I think we just get the bishop in so we can get the rooks in. So yeah, this one's gonna be a tough challenge. Only 2 pawns. Knight f3. Let's go queen e7. Okay, queen e5. We're definitely going to sidestep this one and then hit white with a tempo later. Objectively, no good. We have some chances because white's king is kind of open and lacking defenders, but still. Rook e1, good move. Okay, let's bring this one. Need to activate the queen somehow. I'm eyeing this square. Regular rating around 2400, 2500, depending on online, in person. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm smacking this game though. In fact, this game is pretty topsy-turvy. Okay, let's keep pieces on the board because we are trying to keep things difficult for white. One of the biggest mistakes I see at lower levels, I see this all the time, is players being too willing to trade material when they're down, which is a big no-no. Especially like trading queens, trading rooks. Not the way you want to be playing. Alright, gonna keep this guy. Play f6 here, but it's a little loose. f6, knight f3, queen f4. Yeah, I think we got to do it. Got to start taking some risks. For rook f1, I'm thinking rook a d8 and threatening queen e3 check. Okay, bishop f1. Now again, we can play bishop g4. Bother the knight. If rook takes, we just take, and then the second rook is ready to rip in with rook e3. So that would be a little bit, yeah, he just defends. No, playing really well. Not releasing the tension. Okay, let's go here. David's like the nicest one. He never roasts anybody. I find a way to roast people nicely, and then Jesse, he just doesn't hold back. Okay, Ricky won. Wow, so white is really set on trading. And rightly so. Okay, let's avoid it. No thank you. Okay, C5. Yeah, tough position. Having a hard time. Hard time finding a move here. All right, H5. I don't know what to do. I didn't like this move, but I just don't know what to do. All right, H3. Pull this guy back. Queen E3. See, now I feel like we gotta go for the endgame. Now I feel like we're kind of stuck. Yeah, we're in some deep water. Yeah, we're definitely happy with the draw here. Okay, no draw. That's disappointing. Bishop D7, Rook D3. Oh boy. Yeah, not looking good, guys. Not looking good. Yeah. He's playing well. We'll do our best. If we lose, we lose. You know, it happens. This game definitely got away from us at the beginning. Let's push. We'll try. We'll try. But how are we promoting? H2, bishop G2. Maybe we start with this one. Okay. This allows this. The rook c1. Oh, knight f2. Okay, now I think we're getting some chances. Because we got white's most dangerous pawn. If the rooks come off, g3 is going to be pretty painful. So I don't think white wants to trade bishops here. I mean, I don't think white wants to move the bishop here. Yeah, I think we're getting the swindle repertoire out. You know, guys, this doesn't make me feel good. I don't like doing this. I feel bad. The guy was playing a really nice game. I mean, like, genuinely good. Oh my god, he had knight e4 check, but that's okay. Because we were going to promote if he takes the rook. But here we cover this one, and then we want this one, and then we'll take, and yeah. I think it's just too much pressure. These two pawns are just too strong. Like, it's hard to imagine white can survive this. King f3, we take the knight, king takes, rook takes c4. And then we got the extra piece. So this rook c4, this pin is just killing white. It's just too much pressure. The rook is overloaded. Yeah, that's going to be a GG. All right, we got to finish it though. Let's try to be precise. Okay, GG. No, I didn't think that was a suspicious player. His move times are actually very human. Like, I wasn't suspicious at all, actually. Because he was spending time in complicated positions and, you know, making quick moves when it was like kind of an obvious move. So it didn't seem like he was cheating at all. I think he was cheating, you know, it would have won. But yeah, we just got, so what happened? Number of moves, 57, guys, 57. So what happened? I mean, here white is definitely winning. This was the first moment when I felt like starting to go wrong, actually, because like I think bishop was good on this diagonal. I think just move the king e3 or here, and then just open up the bishop, and then just get the knight in, and white should win with the extra piece. But just starts, I think, losing some time, and then here it's like already tricky, and then this is like a really bad check because I wasn't even threatening anything in this position, right? Because h2, there's bishop g2, and bishop goes to like the nice blockading square. So when he gives this check, now I think it's, now all of a sudden these pawns are like super strong. Here I imagine it's already, like he had this check, but then we promote at the end and should be good. But yeah, kind of lucky, to be honest. Definitely a swindle.